Hey, what's up guys, welcome to the third episode in our 1984 Series 3 Land Rover camper conversion. Today we want to learn more about our Landy, so we brought her to a friend who's going to help us determine what's wrong with her and how hard of a project our conversion is actually going to be. We got down and dirty under the chassis to look for rust and other weak points, and to be honest we were expecting the worst. But after we spent an hour searching for issues, in the end we noticed that she wasn't in such a bad shape after all. So I guess this is the first footage of driving the Landy, and we've decided to call her Lilly the Landy. Yeah, we got her up to Nashar, and now we know a little bit about what's wrong and what's right with her, so we can know what we need to fix and what we need to work on. It's not going to be that hard to pass VRT though, apparently, which is good for us. We're just back from the garage and we found out a couple of things about our Landy, who we just decided to name Lilly. The first is that the chassis is in pretty good shape, so that's a plus, and it means that, you know, this car probably has a fair amount of time ahead of it. But there was a problem here with the bulkhead, and for those of you who don't know, the bulkhead is one of the key structural components of a Landy. It's vertical, standing on the chassis and separating the engine bay from the rest of the body. We found out that ours is a bit rusty, or actually a lot rusty, and we're going to need to see how to deal with that. We might just leave it as is, however, since it's not vital and Lilly will still drive without it for now. Our next issue is with the rear cross member, which seems to have lost a battle with a rock at some point in time, leaving the passenger side totally bent. The cross member is another structural component, and having this bent means that we won't be able to safely tow heavy loads. On the underside of our chassis, it's still pretty much in good shape, and most of the parts that are usually trouble points for rust seem to be okay. One nice thing about having a Landy is that it's so easy to work on just because there's so much clearance to get underneath. The issue with fixing any of these parts is that it's going to take a lot of time and technical expertise, which neither Elle or I have. The best way to sort them out is by going to a professional, who's going to charge somewhere in the thousands because of all the work needed to get the car down to just a bare rolling chassis. At this point, I would have spent more on repairs than Lilly would actually be worth. It seems like our best bet would be to leave those key points for now and get maybe 2 or more years before having to fix them. Unless, of course, any of you guys watching this video want to come over and help out with the repairs. We will still keep on working on turning the back into an epic tiny living space, complete with a fold-down bed as well as work and cooking space, with solar panels and water storage on the roof that will allow us to camp pretty much anywhere in Malta. From that end, all we need to do now for VRT, because it's mostly possible apparently, is we need to install some seat belts. So we need to find out where we're going to buy those from. There are 3-point seat belts for the side seats and a lap belt for the middle seat. So hopefully we get those. I just ordered the lap belt from the internet. We're going to scour around the local stores for the 3-point safety harnesses. And then we're going to go to another friend of mine. We're going to sort out the electrics by Tuesday. So once we have the electrics and the seatbelt sorted out, we're ready for VRT, and we're going to hope she passes. I'll see you then. I'm just going to spray the engine with degreaser now to prep it for a quick washing later on. Before heading to bed, I decided that there was still enough time for some odd jobs, so my dad and I went down to the garage, pulled out the power washer, and set to work cleaning the engine bay. So in the last job of the evening, we stuck this window on. We drove a screw through the rail. We took out all the excess spacing there was. And it seems like it's not going to fall out anymore, because this thing, even when we were driving and going over bumps, would just fall off and whack me in the head.